Today we are going to just go over 3 ways that you can use Legos in therapy. I know a lot of speech therapists have Legos and use them as a motivator, but I like to try to incorporate them into therapy. So the first way that I use them is the students have to, for articulation, count the amount of dots and how many ever dots they have on them. They have to produce that many sounds or words, etc. So a lot of times I have students fight over these bigger ones, but this time they have to actually work for their big ones. So, but if you think that's too many productions for students, you can also, what I have done is write numbers on them. So I usually number 1 to 3, so this one has a 1 on it. And so again, same thing as if they take it, they have to produce their sound or their word once, or twice, or 3 times. You can also use the numbers for language, so you could have them complete that many tasks. So answer 1 or 2 or 3 questions, describe an object with 1, 2, or 3 adjectives, or you can also do it with following directions, so they have to follow 1, 2, or 3 directions. So the numbers is a really good way to address articulation and language. The last way that I use them is I write words on them. So for example, ball, they can, if they're practicing vocab, they can work on the vocab with all the different words. They could describe it, they can define it, they can place it into a category. So when they're building, they have all these different words that they described or defined or etc. Another way you can address categories is you could tell them, I want you to build something with all of the animals, and they have to find all the Legos that have animal names on them. So the nice thing about this is you can give them a couple seconds to find their animals themselves, and then they build something, and then you can go through it with them. So cat, dog, bear, and you can see if they understand the categories or not. Now, if you have students that can't read, what I will do is you can also put stickers on them. So this gives a little bit more of a visual for students who aren't reading yet, or students that need a little bit extra help. You can put stickers, and then I also like to put the word on the back to make it a little bit harder for the students who can read. Maybe just show them the word part. So I hope you're able to use some of these ways to use Legos in therapy. All of my students love Legos, and this just makes it a little bit easier for me to address goals, and they actually find it more fun because each Lego is a little bit different with the words or the numbers.